Hello race fans and welcome. We are here live from Phoenix International Raceway. I bet a lot of people have been anticipating for this. This is the NASCAR SEGA Cup Series testing session to prepare a couple of confirmed drivers for Season 3 of the NASCAR SEGA Cup. And from the looks of the pit road camera, we already have a couple of drivers on track setting some lap times. CEO of Twinex Racing, Seth Cole, has set up this testing session for a few notable drivers who were in Season 2 of the SEGA Cup. And it looks like that we have our first time posted by none other than our Season 2 champion, William Duncan. As we try to find him right now. William Duncan has already confirmed that he will return from Roush Racing as driver of the number 6 UPS Ford. UPS is making their return to SEGA. We haven't seen UPS on the number 6 since Season 1 when it was driven by Ty Naughton. As William Duncan makes his way through the back straightaway, we're going to jump to a car that's running behind him, and that's actually the car that won the Season 2 season finale, but this time it's under this time we have a new driver behind the wheel. That's Sean Galligan in the 21, making his return to the SEGA Cup. Sean Galligan hasn't been seen in the SEGA Cup since Season 1, but he does have a SEGA Cup victory when he became a temporary driver for the number 14, and it was actually at Kansas, I believe. So he does have one SEGA Cup victory under his belt. Sean Galligan, he's going to plan to make an impact for the SEGA Cup in at number 21 as we head further back. And here we see driver of the number 11. He left a former Toyota, but he's driving a brand new one now under the Joe Gibbs Racing stable. That's Charles Jackson, former driver of the number 15 5 Hour Energy out of Michael Waltrip Racing. Mr. Mayonnaise Man himself, you know how much he loves Toyotas, and he's gonna try to see if he can bring that 11 car to victory lane. As many race fans remember last season, Alex Jones, he put that number 11 in victory lane at one of the most bizarre finishes ever in SEGA Cup Series history at Darlington. And the car that's running right behind him right now, making his return to the NASCAR SEGA Cup, is actually Dougie Shears in the 83. He's going to come back as a rookie, and along with him making his return comes the return of Red Bull Racing. And Dougie Shears, we all know of his victory in that number 83 in the very first racing event before the NASCAR SEGA Cup Series in Season 1. He actually won the Budweiser Shootout in that 83. Even though Dougie Shears has a Daytona victory, he has not yet won an actual SEGA Cup points race, but he hopes to change that in season number 3. As we try to find another car, and oh man, we actually have two guys racing together. And that driver of the number 88, that is actually our Chevrolet Elimination Demolition Derby winner, Cole Daly. Cole Daly won the right to pick any ride he wanted, and he chose to be the number 88. So for the first time ever, we have a new driver in the number 88, and it's going to be Cole Daly. Barney Ward drove that number 88 to victory lane in Season 1 at Bristol, and unfortunately the 88 didn't win a single race in Season number 2, but Cole Daly, for the moment, he's the first official driver out of the Hendrick Motorsports stable. There are still no drivers for the number 5, 24, or 48. And since we're here live at Twinex Racing, we have Sean Henley in the 25, bringing back his Viagra colors. Already confirmed to be Seth Cole's teammate. And another thing about Twinex Racing, they have decided to add a fourth car, and it's going to be the 78, formerly with Furniture Row. Last season it was Scott Bell. Then after that it became I have to remember who it was. I don't have my list pulled up, but Sean Henley, I believe he's a 3-time SEGA Cup Series winner. So we're gonna have to see what he can do. And coming up behind him is one of our new drivers. He only made his race debut in the Season 2 All-Star Showdown, but now he's going to be a full-fledged driver, making his rookie debut in the Tax Slayer number 8 out of Sega Motorsports. That's going to be Michael Norman. As currently right now, Michael Norman, he's the third fastest car on the track. Now he doesn't have much experience over in the Cup level, but in trucks he's a 3-time winner, and he has yet to win in Nationwide yet in the number 3. Now coming up behind him, now we have Everham has decided to yield a 4th car. Last season there were only a 3 car. They bought out the 10 car out of Stuart Racing, and right now he's the fastest car on the track. That's Dylan Pote. Right now, currently our winningest driver in the NASCAR SEGA Cup with 5 victories. Barely missed out getting in the chase by 1 point. No doubt he would have been a heavy contender for the championship, but this season is definitely going to be his redemption season in that number 10 Everham car sponsored by Valvoline, and he's already trying to close in on Michael Norman. Now coming up behind Dylan Pote right now, currently the slowest car on track. He may be biding his time. That's Dylan Young. He's gonna make his return to Penske Racing, still driving that white Deuce right there. Still under the Dodge manufacturer, still trying to keep Dodge alive in the Sega Cup. In Season 1, the 2 car went to victory lane 3 times, and last season, Dylan Young, he came close many times, but he is yet to capture his first ever Sega Cup Series victory as of late, but that's not going to stop him from trying to achieve that feat, as we have about 7 minutes left in this practice session. As we go back to William Duncan once again, he fell down to the standings. Trying to find something we haven't talked about yet. And there's the CEO himself, Seth Cole. Seth Cole has one Sega Cup Series victory under his belt, and that came back at Michigan during the chase. Seth Cole, the main also CEO of NASCAR, as we see William Duncan now diving to pit road. His main sponsorship is going to be Hershey's Candy Bars and NASCAR. Now hopefully Seth Cole can hopefully bring that 52 to victory lane. And I also forgot to mention, this is the first year that the Sega Cup is using these new Gen 6 cars, so they're really trying to get a feel for it. As we now see Charles Jackson and Cole Daly diving down the pit road. Dylan Pote has gotten around Michael Norman, and he's gonna. I think he's staying out for a couple of more laps. Still the fastest car out on the track, but Cole Daly, he's not too far behind actually. I believe we talked about everybody as of late. Dylan Pote, he's as I said earlier, he's slowing down to make his way to pit road. He's the winningest drivers of this circuit. His last win came, I believe, at Indianapolis. I think, I'm not sure. It came down between him and John Acosta for the win. As we now see Sean Gallagher dive down the pit road as well, and as well as Seth Cole. Remember these drivers, they're still trying to get used to these cars. As we now see Charles Jackson, he's coming back onto the track now to try to set some more times. Right now he's currently 8th fastest. Charles Jackson right now is the only driver that's confirmed in the Joe Gibbs stable. After taking fresh new tires, I believe he's going to try to beat his fellow Toyota's time, Dougie Shears, out of Red Bull Racing. Now we see William Duncan coming back onto the track, as Sean Henley, he's still trying to set some fast times. He just got up to 5th fastest in that 25 Viagra car. Sean Henley, he's one of those guys who's hunting to get back in victory lane in that 25 car. I don't believe Sean Henley won a race in season 2. If he did, I have to remember. but I know he's won a couple races in season 1 when he drove for the 47 back with JTD Three Racing, as he's about to get behind his fellow friend Dylan Pulte, who's trying to take the outside line. How about we ride on board with the 25 to see if he can close in with the 10 car? Right now we have Dylan Pulte and the Sean and Sean show behind him in the 25 and the 21. Heading back to Michael Norman. Michael Norman in the number 8. That Tax Slayer paint scheme is going to be the main paint scheme. This is going to be Tax Slayer's first full season in the Sega Cup. They decided to sign up with the 8, and Sega Motorsports has given it its full partnership. So Michael Norman, he's going to be one of the few rookies in the season. Right now we only have 3 confirmed rookies, and that's himself, Sean Galligan, and Dougie Shears. We only have 3 rookies in this practice session right now, and it may be more to come once sign-ups start coming. Headed back to Cole Daly. Cole Daly, as I forgot to mention earlier, he chose that 88 car, and he's the first official Hendrick Motorsports driver for the new season. Now, Cole Daly, he does have one victory under his belt last season when he drove for Penske Racing in the number 77. He won at Martinsville. So Cole Daly, he does know how to win races. As time is starting to run out, and oh man, boy, I just noticed Dylan Pulte, he just got passed for the fastest car on the track. Now just got taken by our Season 2 champion, William Duncan. As I said, William Duncan, he's gonna try to do whatever he can and try not to get the champion's curse. Everyone knows what the champion's curse is. You win a championship, and then the next season, if you're still in it, you do horribly bad. But oh man, William Duncan, he's trying to prove himself. What can Brown do for you? Well, Brown, it just beat the fastest driver out of most of the time, as we have about 35 seconds left remaining. All 10 of these drivers, William Duncan, Dylan Pulte, Cole Daly, Dylan Young, Michael Norman, Sean Galligan, Dougie Shears, Sean Henley, Charles Jackson, and Seth Cole, they're all going to be determined to win this thing once they but don't forget, they have to see if they qualify for the Budweiser shootout or the Gatorade duel. I'm still not sure what I'm going to call it, as the testing session has just came to an end, and all drivers, they're being called to report back to pit road as soon as they can. William Duncan, he's the fastest driver of the Little Sega Cup Season 3 preview. William Duncan with a time of 25.391. He just barely edges out. He just barely edges out Dylan Pulte for the fastest time. Cole Daly, not bad for his brand new 88. He ends up 3rd. Dylan Young bounces back in 4th. Michael Norman ends up with a top 5. And look at this, 5, 6, and 7. The 3 rookies finished close together. Sean Henley, Charles Jackson, and Seth Cole, they just barely edged out on the bottom of the list. So I don't know what's that say, but still, it's just a testing session, and I forgot to pause, fell on my part. But anyway, oh man, that's still there's still many more things to come. That the official signups will be coming soon. How long, I don't know. I'm trying to plan on finishing Mobile 1, and I still have yet to do the next Mobile 1 race, which is taking place at Indianapolis. So don't forget to stay tuned for that. So William Duncan, he's definitely going to be a force to reckon with, even though he's a Season 2 champion. He just proved he knows how to handle these new cars. But what will happen next, we're going to have to find out. We may have another testing session before this is done. But I don't know. Time will tell. So stay tuned, race fans.